Last thing we do in Spanish 3, Chapter 3A is the negative commands. For negative commands, there's a two-step process to creating a negative command. Let's say that I tell you, don't speak, and don't talk. The two-step process is going to be, I'm going to skip a line here, you conjugate in the yo form, and then you do what I call a switcheroo, where AR verbs are going to switch to an ER ending, and ER and IR verbs are going to switch to an AR ending. In the case of don't speak, if I put it in the yo form, no hablo, then I'm going to do my switcheroo. It was an AR verb, so I'm going to put an ER ending on it and say, no hables. That's how we do the negative command. And it's almost unnecessary to do the first step for a verb like this, because what was the point? We could have just gone straight to the switcheroo. But in the case of something like don't start, the verb is empezar, so we need to change it. Do the stem change there, as if we're going to say no empiezo, and then we'll make our change. You'll notice not only did we have to make sure we had this here with the yo form, we had to do the switcheroo, we also ended up changing this letter. And that's because car, gar, zar verbs are going to run into the same problem that they had in the yo form of the preterite. We can't have a Z followed by an E. So if I want to say don't play, I'll start with no. I'm going to conjugate jugar in the yo form, which is going to give me that stem change. And then I got to change the ending here to a UES. Otherwise, it'll say no juegues when we do that switcheroo. Putting it in the yo form is also important for things that are yo-go verbs, like don't, make, be no. The yo form is hago, so we got to start with that in order to get the G and make sure that it is correct. So for negative commands, we're going to conjugate it in the yo form so that we can get any irregularities about the yo form into our negative command, and then we'll do the switcheroo where we change ER to AR and AR to ER. And when we do that, we're going to have to watch out for our spelling changes in car, gar, zar verbs. Luckily, with all of that considered, we are only going to need to remember 4 irregulars. The irregulars are ir, ser. Ir becomes no vayas. Don't go. Ser becomes no seas. Don't be. Dar becomes no des. Doesn't look all that irregular, but it's because the yo form of dar is doi. So we are having to follow the verbs. All of these, voy, soy, dor, doi, That's why these are irregular. This is don't give. And then estar is no estés. And we need an accent on it, just like we had on the A. And this is also don't be. So if it's a verb that ends in oy in the yo form, those are our irregulars. And we just need to memorize. Ir, no vayas. Ser, no seas. Dar, no des. Estar, no estás. And that's how we do negative command.